Class of 2011. You guys ready to rock? Oh, that's too bad. From the beginning of time, two men have ruled this world. They're not here tonight, so we got a couple other guys. Get your jazz hands ready for Kevin and Omar.
Buenas noches, clase de secundaria de 2011. ¿Están listos para el rock? Bueno, esa es una mierda. Desde el principio del tiempo, los hombres han gobernado desde el mundo. Ellos no están aquí esta noche. Así que tenemos estos dos chicos. Pongan sus manos el jazz, listo para Kevin y Omar.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kevin and Omar show. Hit it.
Thank you, Trevor. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
How are you? Welcome to the Kevin and Omar show.
I'm Omar Reyes.
I'm Kevin Heistinger.
We got a lot of things planned for you today.
We got a lot of things to talk about. I'm just really glad you all showed up.
It makes me feel a little proud.
I'm really excited.
A little excited.
Just give yourself a round of applause.
All your best.
You can do it.
You did it.
I'm so proud. So we learned a lot of things over the few years.
Mm-hmm.
Like
4 years with each other.
If I'm not wrong, we've been at this school for about 4 years.
I was briefed before the show.
Yeah, okay, that's only 4 years. Okay, that's good.
Very good.
So wow, we learned a lot of things these 4 years.
The mannequin incident.
That was really fun.
A lot of things go without saying. We don't have to prepare for something like that, but we proved them wrong. We made them prepare for something like that. It's good.
The streaking incident.
I never found out who did that.
We don't know who's
McCall.
So anyway, we got a lot of things planned for tonight.
So people from
we got some guests.
Don't look at them.
Please don't look at them. No.
Getting it ready. We want to have a surprise.
Okay, we got some financial planners. We got some bankers. We got some car salesmen.
Very good.
So that's good. Oh wait, we forgot to introduce.
Yeah, we have an intern.
We have an intern.
I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name. I wrote it down.
I just smashed it. Vince. Salazar. Vince. Get out here. Vince. God.
Forget my stuff, as always.
Very good. All right. So Vince is going to help you guys. He has a few stage commands.
Basically, just do whatever that says.
All right. So Vince, show the first one.
Let's go for it.
Second one. Very good. Very good. Next one. Get your act. One more. There's two more. Very good. Very good. Yes. All right.
So very good.
Very good. We all that taken care of. Yes. Very good.
Okay. So I mean, now that we're here, why don't we just get the show on the road?
I think so.
DJ, want to hit it?
Stop. All right.
Okay.
Let me get some things together.
Let's get some things. Okay. Well, before we start, I didn't I know how you told me to get serious questions.
Yeah.
I didn't get any serious questions.
They called him Donkey Kong.
Well, I mean, I know you told me, but you know I don't check my email.
I tweeted you.
And you tweeted me. I don't have a Twitter account.
Anyway.
I don't have a account to tell you
It's good. Good job. That's very good. All right. First up, Steve and Katie from Tri-County Bank.
So, DJ, hit it. Please welcome Steve and Katie.
Very good.
That'd be great.
Hey, before we get started, I figured since everybody else was testing out there, we got a pop quiz. Does Does anybody know who's? No, this is a good one, but you're going to regret sitting in the back of the row. Who here knows who's on the $1 bill? George Washington! Yeah, what's up here? Who's that? I heard them over here. What's this from? I was the first one. What about the $10 bill? Who knows what that?
George Bush.
Over here. Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
That's what I said. Now, all of you cannot ever say you didn't see a bank or a banker give away free money. You just got it. It's all yours.
Last time.
But more importantly, that's how easy it is to make money. It's even easier to lose it. So guard it.
All right.
All right, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was hoping you were going to do that. All right. So let's get this ball rolling. I think one of the burning questions I had is, what is credit?
Is it working?
Should be.
All right. Credit is something that you earn over time. It's something that you earn by borrowing money, paying money back. Credit is something that is very important. You can't get anywhere without credit. And as scary as it sounds, credit cards, I don't want to borrow money, I don't want to have to pay it back or pay interest. Credit's something, sometimes these days you can't even get a good job without having good credit. If you have bad credit, you can't get a good job.
Now I saw these really hip commercials talking about credit scoring. How does one build credit?
Credit is a long process to build, but you got to start somewhere. Usually you'd want to grab either, you can get co-sign with a parent on an auto loan, which Bruce can talk to you about. Start with a credit card. From that credit card, you got to make your payments faithfully every month. You also want to borrow. A lot of people will take a credit card, leave it at a zero balance. You're not establishing credit in the system. The system only knows what you borrow at any given time. So if it's monthly, you're making payments, you are building that credit. So a good way to start would be, you guys, you can buy a ring for your girlfriend, do it on credit, do it at a national jewelry store chain, and they'll report every month. You ladies, you can go buy a car, you can buy your boyfriend a motorcycle, you can do that on credit, but don't miss the payments, because the minute you miss the payment, the system now fears that you don't have the money and you can't make.
And that's how people get in trouble.
Exactly.
Very good. Does credit affect loans, like getting loans?
Absolutely. Credit right now has minimum standards. So if you'll come into a bank, right now the cutoff for the nation is 680. We've lowered it a bit because, as you've all been aware, the markets have been crashing all around us. So if your score runs between a 680 720, you get a better pricing. What that means is you don't have to pay as much for what you're buying on credit. But credit will tail over into health insurance, it can tail over into renting an apartment, it can tail over to a job. They had to pull my credit to work at a bank, and I had to have decent credit. If I didn't, I wouldn't be worthy enough to make your loans or handle your checking accounts.
Very good. What is a cosigner?
A cosigner is usually a parent or significant other that has good credit or has already established credit. And what they're doing is they're putting their credit on the line to help you get credit. They're signing, they're part of the loan, they're responsible for the payments as well. And if you do not make the payments, they're responsible for it. And therefore, but usually it helps people gain credit, get good credit, because they're going off their credit as well.
Want to the next question? Well, I mean, do that one. Well, do that one. Come on, circle. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. I mean, this might be a little off topic. I'm no genius, but I mean, you know, kamikaze pilots.
Why do you think they wore helmets?
Boom! That's a trailer.
It was to keep their head and their brains intact after they exploded.
Yeah,
There it is.
I mean, but you think about it, they wouldn't be worried about safety. But
There's that.
Or credit.
There you go.
They went out and maxed all their credit out. They had a good time the night before.
While we're on the subject, what's the difference between checking and saving accounts?
A checking account is what's considered a DDA or a demand deposit. It means you have a way to access that money. You can write checks, you can transfer it, you can do things through it. Usually doesn't earn interest, although there are some money markets that will allow you to earn a little bit of interest. Substantially lower though than a savings account. A savings account will consist of an account that you add to, rarely take from, and it will earn a interest as it compounds and as you keep it in there. CDs are ways to earn that interest. You can have money markets, certificates of deposits. You can also have Christmas clubs, ways to save for something in the future and have the bank pay you money back at a rate that's designated at that time.
I've been hearing all this, speaking of like accounts and all that, I've been hearing all this compound interest. What's that exactly?
Compounding interest is if you put $1 in today, we'll pay you a little bit of money. That interest rate might be 0.1. But as it grows, we pay that on a monthly basis. So now that $1 became $1.01. Your interest now became 0.1 on $1.01. And that is incredibly important. I've been out of high school now 32 years. If I would have taken the first 5 years of my life from 18 to 25, instead of getting loaded all the time, and took $500 and put it away, $500 a year, and invested it at the current rate, I would have more than now try to save from 50 to 60, putting $500 a month away. That compounding is just a snowball. It continues to grow as you add that interest, because that money gets bigger, and we pay, or the interest is paid against that bigger sum. But it's just like a penny. You can't put it in, tomorrow it's due, and the more time you have, in years or in days, is the way that money will grow to substantially larger dollar amounts. So it's good to save, or start saving early, if I could recommend anything.
All right. Good advice. What should I look for when I'm choosing a bank? What are like warning signs and what are good things?
You want to find a bank that you feel comfortable with. You don't want to find a bank that you feel that they're harassing you or trying to push you into doing something that you don't want to do. Go to where you feel comfortable, where you feel at home, whether it be a bank that your parents banked at or your friends banked at. And you also want to find out that they're a secure bank. Right now in the economy, the banks, a lot of them aren't doing so well. So do your research and find out who is stable and who is going to be around.
So offshore accounts are pretty safe right now?
No.
Okay.
And illegal.
By the beholder. Alrighty. So should you get to know your banker once you choose a bank? Or should you get to know your banker when you choose a bank?
Yes. You want to get to know your banker, you want your banker to know you. Because that way, if you need a favor, you need to make a phone call, it's always nice to have somebody that you know and that knows you. If you ever need anything, they'll be more able to help you, whereas if you don't know them from Joe walking down the street, then they wouldn't be able to help you. But they can always go the extra mile to be able to help you. They know your accounts, they know your history, they know your family, or they know how you do your banking, and they can also help protect your accounts too.
Good. And what would you say is the best advice you can give for all of us going out into the world, as far financially?
Boy, there's a few things. I would be saving right away, albeit a little. Make it a point to invest in yourself. So the first bit of money you make, put a little bit aside. Make that payment to yourself. Always pay your credit, but make that payment so that that money can grow and that you have something. It's very addictive. Once you see that money grow, the tendencies are to leave it alone. You'll see that as it's saving, it's a very powerful tool. You'll treat it as a rainy day protection. And it's nice to have it because you never know what's going to go wrong. Your car may blow a tire. You might lose a head gasket. Your rent may go up. It's nice to have a savings account. It's a safety net, I mean. Second thing is get to know the banker. What Katie had said, the question you asked earlier, you gotta know somebody on the inside. If you're with a big bank, you're a number. They're gonna treat you as such, and we bankers are slime balls at times. We wanna come after you in the form of fees. Right now, we're not making loans, but the government sucks $2 billion out of our industry. Do you think the big banks are gonna give that up? There's no way in hell. So they're going to come after you in different ways, which are fees, charges, ATM fees, things that that may not make sense to you. If you know your banker, you can come in and talk to him. We can reverse those things, set you up in a better account. As you have that relationship, it matters for that auto loan, it matters for the home loan in the future, business loans, as there's a number of entrepreneurs here that are going to need business loans. Those are incredibly difficult to do. So save and know your banker. Stay with a local bank and get to know somebody within that, so you're no longer just a number, you're an actual name and a customer.
Very good. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
That was good. Thank you.
All right. So basically, our intern